Service is selfless, costly, tiring, draining, and most importantly, intentional. When you think about the toll of service on the mind, body, and spirit, it seems logical to ask, why do it? If you visited a local clothes pantry, community rehabilitation center, or a free food provider and asked the volunteers there why they come to serve, they all have a why that they can explain. You see, no one serving consistently does so by happenstance. I've learned that people who give of themselves generously for the common good have profound reasons for doing so. Maybe they've felt the bitter chill of being homeless. Maybe they witnessed firsthand the eroding power substance addiction can have on a family unit. Or it could be remembering the hollow feeling in their own stomach and having no money to buy food. Whatever it may be, they all have specific explanations for why they serve people. And I want you to know it's the same with those who serve God. The one who gives of himself or herself selflessly to God's service has reasons for doing so. The songwriter saying, "You don't know what he's done for me. He gave me the victory. I love him. I love him. I really love the Lord." The first step to developing a desire to serve God is knowing what God has done for you. And my friends, while your circumstances may suggest otherwise, your very existence is the first sign that God is active in your life, doing something in you and for you. And it's realizing God's acts of love for you that develops a desire in you to serve God. One day, a man named Moses encounters God, who calls him to service through a burning bush. God says to Moses, "I have seen the affliction of my people in Egypt. I heard their cries as a result of their taskmasters, and I know their sorrow. So I have come down to deliver them from Egypt to a better reality in a land I've prepared. Come now, and I will send you to Pharaoh." At this point, Moses doesn't know God, but what he realizes is that they both are aware of Israel's heavy oppression. Their circumstances may suggest that God is aloof, but Moses learns that God sees, knows, and cares about their living conditions. Now, this is a big call, so God eases Moses' doubts with promises. God says, "I will certainly be with you, and this shall be a sign to you that I have sent you. When you have brought the people out of Egypt, you shall serve God on this mountain." Essentially, what God is saying is, I'm going with you, and the sign that I have sent you will be your service to me when you and the people come out of Egypt. You see, if Moses takes the leap to trust God, he will encounter God in previously unimagined ways. Moses' experiences of God working on his behalf and that of the Israelites will develop in him a strong desire to go where God says go, to do what God says do, to say what God says to say, to love how God says to love, and to ultimately serve how God calls him to serve. My friends, a sure sign that people have experienced God serve them is their desire to serve God. These folks don't have to be forced to give of themselves for the common good. They're willing because pleasing God is their strongest desire, and it's their reason for showing up. Peace.